All right. I know a lot of people are going to be missing tonight for numerous different reasons, so we'll go ahead and get started. Tonight is, I don't even know, October 19th. It's October 19th. We have a couple weeks, guys, a week and a half until the end of the month. Halloween's almost here. How crazy is that? Yeah, a week and a half before the end of the year, or end of the October. Everybody have costumes for their kids? If you have kids, if you don't have kids, do you have a costume? I don't really dress up. I never really have gotten into the Halloween spirit. I know that's probably, I don't know. There might be a handful of times in my life in my adult life that I really enjoyed dressing up. So anyway, it's fun for the kids. Okay, so tonight is October 19th. I am just going to go over a few things that I think it's important for you guys to make note of for announcements-wise. As of, I guess, of Saturday, we had the Super Saturday. If you were able to attend an event, make sure that you guys go to the Team Succeed page, or you can go in your Coach Online office and take 35 minutes to watch that video, because there was some really good information in there about social media sharing and how to build your business using that platform. And so I think, what was her name? I can't remember her name who did it. Anyway, the girl that did it had some really good tips, and there was also a printout that you guys can print out too. But if there's anything that I would suggest you guys do is please go and listen to that video. Make sure that you go to it, because there was a lot of beneficial tips in there, just motivational stuff, information about the new programs that are coming out. They didn't ever talk about they didn't talk about the release of Cafe Latte Shakeology that I can remember. I do know they talked about the 21-day hardcore. They talked about the Hammer and Chisel. The release of that December 1st is when that's going to be released. And of course, you guys know that there are 2 sample workouts in there right now, right? There's 2 Hammer and Chisel workouts in there that you can start to talk to people about and get them to sign up for a free 30 days of BOD. Get them to try it out, see how they like it before it releases December 1st. So that is one thing. Then they also talked about who's the thing they talked about? Oh, the big thing, which I'm not certain if it's available yet, but it's the Coach Tracker, the Challenge Group Tracker app. Does anybody watch it? Has anybody watched the Super Saturday video yet? That's one of the major reasons why you need to go in there and watch it, because the app is somewhat close. I know that they have the test group and all the elite coaches that used it went through and were able to use it. So they went through and they did some screenshots of how you're able to use it. The nice thing about this, and I didn't quite get the grasp of it, is that you can run an entire challenge group from your phone. Okay? So you can upload posts, you can schedule your posts, you can schedule images to go with that. So the nice thing about that is that if they don't have Facebook, or they're not, a lot of people are moving to Instagram. Okay? We obviously can't set up groups in Instagram. So Instagram and Twitter and all those things, you guys can use their phone. So you can post, you don't have to set up a group through Facebook. You can upload the information, the challenger via email. You can invite them. They get the code. They have access to the application on their phone, and that way you guys can upload things. There will be, I think, an interface on your computer as well as on your phone. So as a coach, you will have access to go on your computer and you can upload all that stuff, and then it will go directly to their phone. They can check in when they first open up. From what I understand, they get to say, did I work out today? Did I use my Shakeology today? Okay, those are the things that they have, they're asked right away. So the really cool part about that is that no longer do we have to, one thing I've always struggled with my challenge groups is that, keeping track of everybody's statistics, like, spreadsheets and writing them down and all of that stuff. And so they will be able to upload all of their stats, their weight, their height, their circumferences, all that stuff, their body fat percentage will be able to be inputted in there. And then you guys can actually see on a daily basis who is using their Shakeology, who is not, who's working out, who is not. So it's going to be really nice to be able to use that outside of Facebook. Who's excited about that? I'm really pumped about that. Okay. And so that's really exciting news. So again, they talked about that in the video. They didn't give any details as far as dates of when that's going to be released. I do know you can download it to your phone. I just don't think anybody else but the people who are testing it out have access to the actual application yet. So they haven't released any of that. And I would hope that would be coming very soon. Just to be frank, I'm excited about it. I have been waiting for this for over a year. Okay. They've talked about this since last summit. Okay. So a year and a half ago, they've talked about this. So they've been working very hard on this. I know that. And those applications don't take lightly. They're very, they are, they're hard to put together, I'm sure, and the thought process that goes through that and how much information can be put up there. And, like I said, a lot of people are moving to Instagram for their businesses. A lot of the top coaches are using Instagram and not using as much Facebook. So being able to utilize them on the challenge group side is going to be amazing. But they mentioned that to us in Vegas last year, not this year, but the year before. So Summit 2014 is when they talked about that initially. So it's been kind of like a drag, like, oh yeah, it's coming, and then it hasn't. And then, so I'm just really excited about that to be able to finally come out. Okay. Let's just go over the challenge packs really quick for people. So you have a couple weeks, a week and a half to utilize this, the 21-day fix, the 21-day fix extreme, 21-day fix extreme, and the 21-day fix kickstart. Okay, those are both on sale. Then you also have the Body Beast. So if they do Body Beast and Shakeology, then they also get a free sample pack of the Performance line. Okay, you guys can check out the prices in the back office, but Body Beast is $140 with that Shakeology, plus they're getting that. And with their 21-day fix or their Fix Extreme, they're getting that tote, okay, like a insulated 21-day fix tote as part of that. So that's another incentive that you can give to your coaches or to your team, pass that along to your team, but then also to your customers, okay? One thing I do want to make sure that you guys are aware of, the Fall Classic starts very soon. If you're a new coach, you might not know what this is all about, but we have these quarterly challenges that we do. We set up teams. This is a team of 3. You can't have any more than 1 diamond on a team. So the Fall Classic registration opened today. It will end the end of October, and it starts the 1st of November. So it's somewhat like the, what do they call it? It's like the quarterly thing that we always do. They always call it something different. The cup, the team cup. Okay, there's going to be prizes. There's going to be, it's similar to that. It's just following, Super Saturday and then going through the end of the year to help people really start to, move forward their business. And they talk about that. Like we talked about this on a call before, is if you wait till the first of the year to start thinking about building your business, you are behind the 8 ball, my friend. Now is the time that you want to be able to, keep talking to people, keep yourself relevant in front of people, putting stuff out there for you and for them to see you, because there will come a time here within the first part of the year where they're going to be like ready to go. Actually, Carl Deichler talked about that. December 26th is usually called like the 5th quarter. Okay. Because people start to think about that. It's like a mind shift, right? After the first, after Christmas, people start to think about the new year and losing weight. So you don't want to start December 26th. Okay. I will repeat that. Do not stop your business right now. If anything, go full force. Okay. So the other thing is there is the prenatal and the postnatal workouts. Awesome. They're awesome. I've been doing them. Let's see, I've done the 2nd trimester one twice. I haven't done the 1st or the 3rd or the postnatal, obviously. They are probably just fine for me to do, but I've just been doing the 2nd ones right now, as implementing that with, PIO. So you guys make sure that you go and check those out. I don't necessarily know if you have to do them if you're not pregnant, but, or following your pregnancy. But definitely something that you want to talk about. Don't look at those lightheartedly, because there are a lot of pregnant people out there. Of course, you want to make sure that they've been doing something prior to starting this, or at least getting the approval of their physician before getting started if they haven't been doing something. But how fun would it be just to start a prenatal or a postnatal, challenge group? Give them 30 days access to Beachbody On Demand. They get those 4 workouts. They can do them. They can see how it's going, and help keep them active during their pregnancy. So make sure that you guys don't overlook those, because that's a pretty big deal, at least among pregnant mothers or those people who are expecting. or think that they, can't work out during their pregnancy. Okay. Which I was one of them, very, 5 years ago. I did it because I was scared. Okay. All right. So we have a lot of things to cover, but tonight I really wanted to make sure that you guys were also aware of that we just started a new round of the Coach Sneak Peek. So 5 days. So we started today and we will end Friday for anyone who is interested in learning more about what we do as coaches. So I hope that you guys have been inviting. I hope that you have been talking to people about it and getting them into those groups, because we've had a really good success rate. I had 4 in their I had 5 in there, and I had 4 sign up last month. Okay, just by going through that, and it kind of alleviates that confusion about what a coach is. It helps them to understand that we're not all about sales, we're about developing relationships, and just gets a really good idea of what it is that we do, because a lot of people will give you many objections, and those objections we really cover in that. Plus, we are having a webinar on Wednesday night at 8:30, so you guys can invite them to that if you haven't, if you have somebody that doesn't want to do 5 days or whatever. You're giving you the variety. So not only do I want you guys to be a part of that on Wednesday night, but invite your prospects to come to that. It's 30 minutes. We'll talk about things that we've talked about in the Coaching at a Glance group. And if you guys don't know how to talk about the business, then you need to be in these groups, okay? You need to be an active part of that and learning and signing up and just learning how we talk about Beachbody, about what we do, and how to communicate that to somebody so that you can get better at that. Okay, and get more comfortable at that. We take that pressure off of you guys. So please be sure that you are utilizing those groups. And if you're not in it, just to, even if you don't have anybody, it's a good idea to be in those groups. So again, that started today. You still have time to invite. I would say, they could probably catch up by, tomorrow. They could catch up. Okay. Here's how I invite those people to the group. Hey, I'm not sure if you really, are interested in this or not, but I've had you on my list. I really feel like you've been an incredible addition to my challenge group. How would you feel? What would you feel like? What would you think about joining my 5-day coaching sneak peek group? And then they're going to be like, oh, okay, well, I've never really considered myself as a coach. What do I got to do? Okay. You don't want to blurb it out in this 13-page paragraph message, in Facebook, okay? You want them to be engaged. You want them to ask questions. So keep it to 2 or 3 sentences. Keep that conversation going. And just give them a little bit of a snapshot. Tell them it's going to be less than 10 minutes of their day. Just take a look at what we do. No obligation. There's nothing. We're not going to force them to join us just because they've been put into that group. But have you ever considered doing what I do as a coach? And a lot of times I'll just lead with that. If somebody hasn't been in my challenge group, or maybe they're just getting started, but they see they're doing an amazing job, and I really have that inclination that they're going to be somebody who I would like to have on my team. I said, have you ever considered doing what I do as a coach, and just leaving it open-ended that way? Okay. So that gives you a little bit of help in terms of the terminology and how I invite to people, how I invite for that. Okay. Any questions so far? I'm going to go through my chat messages here real quick. Brooke, I don't think you're doing anything wrong. That's on them. All you got to do is just keep inviting them, okay? We talked about that at Super Saturday this weekend is, we can't take the credit for their success, just as like we can't take credit for their just leave it alone. Here's what I did with this group is I left it open. Okay. So I didn't create a new group. The people who were in it last time, they're stuck in there. Okay. They're in there still, unless they remove themselves or you guys remove them. So they are in there. Okay, so they may see that group. Something may spark them up. It might be a better week for them. I'm trying this out. This is something that another coach does on our team, and she just leaves it open-endedly. Okay, so she just keeps posting in their day one and just adds new people to the group. Okay, so you should be in there. If you were in there last month, then you're in there again. If you weren't, let me know, and I'll add you to the group. Okay, so we're just kind of doing a revolving open door with that right now. See how it goes. One less group to open and close and all that stuff. Okay, so they're still in there unless they've removed themselves. So what I would do is I just put them on my list for, next month, or just check back with them, just help them more. It's just maybe not that right time for them. They're really busy. Just help them with their fitness, help them achieve their goals. Just check back with them on a different subject. Don't worry about checking back on them about the business opportunity. Check one with them. Is there anything that I can do for your fitness? How can I help you? Is there anything that I can watch out for that I could, send to you? So just kind of redirect that, if they're not responding or if they're not engaging into the group, just kind of redirect them. Okay. See where you can help them on a different level. Any other questions? Anything that you guys are struggling with right now? I know Jolynn, she's been doing an amazing job in the new Coach Basics group. We started that 2 weeks ago. This is our third week. We're going into our full third week of our new Coach Basics group, and it's going awesome. I think they're learning a lot. We're doing things a lot different this time because we're giving them an assignment at the end so that they are engaged, and we can tell who is engaging into the Coach Basics group, who is not, who is ready for this, who deserves the attention, who deserves the information and our time to be able to kind of help them with their questions. And so we're doing it differently, where we're asking them to post something on their page. We're asking them to, a daily social media interaction of some sort, whether it be a workout or Shakeology or just a motivational post. We're asking them to report in the group when they're doing their Shakeology and their workouts, because that's important. Obviously, that's one of the 3 vital behaviors. If you're not working out and you're not bettering yourself and you're not using Shakeology, then you're a fluke. You're selling something that you don't actually honestly believe in, and you're not doing yourself. Okay. And so as a coach, those are the things that float through my head. Okay. As I don't want to work out, or maybe I always like to take Shakeology. That's not a problem. Some days I struggle, that inner struggle of working out. But the number one thing that I always think about is, Renee, you're a coach. Okay, get your butt downstairs or go walk or do something. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Beachbody program. That's what keeps me on track, and that's what keeps me motivated every day, is that I want to be an inspiration to people. I want people to see me succeed. I still want to be as fit as I can, but you just really have to be a product of the product. And so we really hit that hard, especially as a new coach. Okay, because if they're coaching, they're a coach and they're not seeing success and they're not using Shakeology and they're not doing those things, that is a problem. So we want to keep them engaged. Okay, so we're doing things a little bit differently with that. Now, that's something we're going to run every month. Here's the deal. If you want to run this with your team, do not wait for me. Okay, do not wait for your upline. Do not wait for them to do it, because the Coach Basics is in the back office. Okay, it's under the new coach section. All the stuff is there. We're changing it just a little bit and adding things when we feel like they're ready for it. But the new Coach Basics, if you guys want to look at it and go through it yourself, it's awesome stuff. Like, there's inviting tips, there's relationship building, there's confidence building, there's quotes every day. I mean, you can look at it yourself. Go through the Coach Basics, go there and start doing day 1, day 2, day 3. Don't sit back and wait for me or somebody else to run it. This is your business. Go and seek out that information. Okay. All right. So I have about 7 minutes left, and I do want to get to what I wanted to cover tonight. And that is something that we're doing in another group. And that is, how many of you guys, I want you guys to have a way to gauge your business. And Beachbody, about, I don't know, probably like less than a year ago, 6-8 months ago, they started implementing what is called the leadership ladder. How many of you guys know what I'm talking about? The leadership ladder. Okay. That's why we're talking about it, because it's really important. I want you guys, if you're, obviously you're in front of a computer, what I want you guys to do is log into your Coach Online office as I'm talking to you about this. And the home page, where you see where your Success Club points are, where you see where your team volume is, your personal volume, all that stuff, I want you guys to look at that box. Okay, look at that box, and there is a button that says, or at the top, there's a top right, it says Leadership Ladder. Does everybody see it? Nod at me or give me a thumbs up when you find it. Okay. The leadership ladder is really a great place to be able to gauge where you are with your business, because we obviously want to be moving forward all the time. We want to be hitting different benchmarks within our business, and Beachbody put together 4 different categories for us. There's the business leader. Okay, I'm just going to open mine up here so I remember what all they're called. Okay, so you have, I'm going to pull up my sheet. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, so I'm just going to screenshot this for you guys so you can see it. Share screen. Okay. All right, so I'm going to pull this up. Now, I pulled this up. I'm going to go back. I apologize for my internet. Okay, so I pulled this up from here, okay? Leadership ladder. This on your left-hand side is going to be, why is that not staying open for me? Oh, it's probably not going to. Okay, so this here, over here, you guys can scroll over these individual things right here, okay? Now, I want you guys to look at this right here, this box. But what I'm going to do is click here for more information about this report, okay? So you guys can see this. Why is that not coming up? Anyway, I'll just talk without seeing your faces. Maybe it'll come up. Nope. All right, so did you guys see where I got that on the bottom of that box? Or it says click here. Okay. This is really important. This is something that we haven't touched base on a lot on this with this business, but I want you guys to have a way to evaluate where you're going with it and how you can gauge whether or not you're meeting certain criteria in order to move forward. So the main thing right here is this box, okay? Now, it explains this. I want you guys to read through this week and really kind of study it, because I want you guys to see where you're at. You're going to have business starter, team builder, team leader, organizational leader, and executive leader. Okay, these are different benchmarks that are calculated month by month to see where you're at. And what I want you guys to look at is where can you, if you want to be making $250 a month, okay, you have to do those things right there, okay? If you want to earn money in the business, if you want to continually increase your team and your income, you have to be looking at these every single day, every single month, and be gauging where you're growing, okay? So if you are earning $250 a month in commissions, you're earning Success Club 5, you have an Emerald Plus status, so Emerald to Ruby, you have at least a personally sponsored coach with at least 1 point, okay? You want to have 2 of those, 2 people earning Success Club at least with 1 point on your team. Your weakest leg volume is going to be 200, okay? And this isn't, you don't need to worry about the team leaders for now, okay? So I know the majority of you guys, you want to be able to, you guys pull that up. Why is that not staying open for me? So you guys can see that. Has anybody ever looked at this? Did anybody ever look at it before? Okay, so that's good. I want you guys to look at it. I want you to spend a little bit of time on it, because this is going to be how you can gauge if you want to be making more money, and how you can help your team and how well your team is growing. So if you want to be a team leader, you want to be making you're making $1,000 a month with a business. You're earning Success Club 5. You're a Diamond Plus. You have 4 people on your team who have at least 1 Success Club point. You have a weak team leg volume, so your left or your right, whichever one's the weakest, of 5,000. And again, you don't have to worry about the team leaders, okay? So spend a little bit of time on this report. Go through it. It explains everything, when things change. A lot of the, look at the definitions, okay? You can look through that. I mean, it explains everything for you. If you don't know how to earn bonuses and commissions, if you don't know about Success Club, the compensation plan, all that stuff is right there for you guys to look at, okay? So go back to your report, and every month, okay, I want you guys to, every month, I want you guys to just look at it and see where you're at. I want you guys to if you're wanting to earn, additional money in your business to be able to help more people and increase on those rungs, you're going to have to focus on that. Okay. If you have 5 people on your team, you want to make sure that they're earning, as Success Club points. You want to help them become Emerald. You want to help them, sign up 2 people on their team. The more you can do that, the more you can look and use that form or that outline, the leadership ladder, the better you're going to do with your business. The faster your business is going to grow. Okay. So look at that. I want every one of you, if you're not a team leader, if you're just a business leader right now, that's awesome. Okay. But I want each and every one of you to strive for that team leader, okay, until the end of the year. That's my challenge to you, okay? My challenge to you is to look at that team leader section, okay, and do those things. Achieve those right there, okay? You have to have, Success Club 5, be an Emerald coach, and have 2 people on your team who have at least 1 Success Club point, okay? If we can all do that, do you guys have any idea how big your team can grow? If you can help the people on your team do those things, you are going to grow. It's just going to be unstoppable. If you can just figure out how to do all those things, okay? How many of you guys can have 2 coaches, at least 2 of them having 1 Success Club point, helping them help 1 person, okay? And just, and just building from there. You guys can all do that, right? Isn't that awesome? Like, just to look at that, and then you can say, okay, this month I made team leader. What do I need to do to make organizational leader or business leader or whatever it is? I can't remember. Team leader. I don't even know. I'm terrible at the names. The second one, the one up from the team leader. Okay. So what can I do next month? Once you hit that, what can you do next month to help more people earn more Success Club points? Okay. Have more income, have more success. Okay. And moving up. Any questions about that? Is that totally confusing? There was actually a recording, and I will try to post it into our call from not Darren Hardy, Jeff Hill and the other guy, Michael Neiman. They did a call on the leadership ladder, and I will find that, and it's actually probably in your podcast. Okay, probably 2 or 3 months ago, they put together, it was after Summit, they put together a national wake-up call, and they talked about the leadership ladder. So my goal for you guys is to go and figure out where that's at, and I'll try to remember where it's at too, but it's on your iPad log. I'll try to give you the date of when it is in the Team Succeed page, but my challenge is to go and listen to that, study that guide, understand it, check on it regularly, okay, and see where you're at, okay? Because we are going to start focusing on that just a little bit more on our team. Okay, so that's it. That's all I had for you guys tonight. I wanted to go over that and a few other things. If you do not have a team for the Fall Classic and you want to be on it and you don't have anybody that's going to be on it for your team, please let myself or Cindy know or talk to your upline. They can help. I will be posting some stuff in there probably tomorrow about putting teams together if somebody wants to be on a team. There's teams of 3. Again, only 1 diamond per team. It's just really a fun way to be able to challenge each other. And get things going. Make sure that you are watching the Super Saturday video, and if you have any interest in being that sneak peek group, let us know, okay? Otherwise, you guys, make it a great last week and a half of October. You guys got awesome specials to be able to get people started. And just set a date. If you haven't set a challenge group date and run your own challenge group, please just set a date and go for it. We talked about this at Super Saturday. There were so many people in the room that had never run their own challenge group or were scared to run their challenge group. And and I understand that, but don't let that fear hold you back from helping somebody. Okay. You have a challenge group guides in the back office. You don't have to wait for me or somebody else to give you the answers. Go under your business and go to my challenge group guides. Download the one for a specific program that you're doing, the 21-day fix, and copy and paste and put it together. The only way you're going to learn how to do it is just to do it. And the only way you're going to force yourself to invite somebody to do it is if you set your challenge group date. Okay? So if you haven't set a date, make sure you set a date. So if you want to start November 1st, or if you want to start the first week of November, and you want to do the 21-day fix, you need to set that date and put it in your calendar and start inviting. And if you want to have 5 people in your group, you're going to have to invite 20 people, 30 people to your group. Okay? So that's my other challenge is sit down. If you haven't done a challenge group and you haven't been successful, you guys got to make the decision to get out there and start inviting people. And all it takes is a simple, have you ever considered joining my fitness group? I'm starting November 1st. I have you on my list. I would love to have you a part of that. Okay. Or go to the Coach Basics. There are scripts there. Copy and paste it and make it sound like you so that somebody doesn't be like, who the heck is this person? I have no idea who you are. Use it, tweak it so it sounds like Nicole, or if it sounds like Danielle. Just make it sound like you. Okay. Use it and send it out. So again, team leader, look that up, study it, figure out what it is, Super Saturday, and also Fall Classic. This is not going to be a competitive thing, you guys. I am a Ruby personality. I want to win, but that's not how I'm doing with my team. I'm just going to give you guys some challenges to be able to think about. So sign up if you haven't, and then set your darn challenge group date. Set it. Okay? Okay. You guys have a good night. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Bye.